Hello, everyone. Oh, this is strange because I'm not seeing anybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's good. Let me just set my lighting here. All right. Sorry about that delay. We were having a bit of technical difficulties. Let me grab my info here. So because I can't see any questions that you guys might have, what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on the thread that we have on Facebook. Let me just lower the volume of that. And you guys can post any questions on there that you might have for me, and I'll try to answer them. I'll keep going back and forth. So let me just get that. Let me get that going here. Okay. So any questions, make sure you just post them on that thread and I will take a look for everybody. All right, so I hope you guys have paper and pen because I'm going to cover some basics and some information that I think is really important when you first start. So, you know, we're excited, and we all sign up for a reason. We all have our own reasons. And then it's kind of like, okay, now what? So, hold on. There we go. Sorry, I look crazy. I've been working all day. So we haven't gotten our kit yet. So this is what I recommend. First thing, as soon as you sign up, you have access to It Works You. So you can log into your eSuite, myitworks.com, and log in with your username, which is your numbers, and also your password. Then click It Works You and go through those videos. It will take probably about a good hour and a half to 2 hours taking notes with it, but really, really, that is something huge, and you could do that before you get your kit, the same day you sign up. Then the next thing that I recommend, right from there's a document library. Let me pull this out. You want to print out your hundreds list right away. So you print that out. Oop, where'd mine go? Sorry, I had it right here. Oh no, I think I brought it downstairs. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so you get your hundreds list and you want to print this out as soon as you sign up. And just start putting everybody's information, their name and phone number. And if you have their email, that's fine. But just put everybody. And right in that same document library, there is also a memory jogger. That way it kind of makes you think like of people that you might forget, like a pediatrician or a dentist or anybody. It kind of just helps you out. So make sure you do that. That's really going to help you. Next thing to print out while you're in there is your steps to success. So when you print that out, this one, you will want to right away, and this is just tentative. So you just grab a pencil and in parentheses, this is not mine for this month, but you just in parentheses write 4 loyal customers, potential loyal customers, and just write anybody and put them in parentheses and put them in a pencil, because as soon as they sign up, you'll just erase the parentheses. And then write in 3 people that you think might want to join your team. So I'm sure this is something you thought about or you had already thought about before you signed up, because usually we explain this to you through the party pad. So make sure you have those 2. So this one and your steps to success. And then the next one is probably a scary one for everybody. I mean, it was even scary for me, but you want to message everybody on your Facebook, all text messages. You want to message everybody. And I just got an alert here. Okay, sorry. So you want to just give them a short little message. It could be something like sounding excited, because Stephanie Dunn always talks about being excited and making sure you stay excited. So just, hey, so-and-so, I just wanted to reach out and let you know that I just started a business. Have you tried this crazy wrap thing? And that's it, short and simple. And go through everybody, just message every single person, don't leave anybody out. And you start waiting for the responses. But this is good to get the word out. I know it's scary, and you might be thinking, well, what am I going to respond when they answer back? So that is when you can get with the person who sponsored you, and they will kind of help guide you. Or also in our files in the team page, there is a whole file about how to answer basically when you text them or when you message them that. And it walks you through exactly what to say, because you want to keep it really short. And I still don't know all the answers, and I've been doing this for a little over 2 years, and it's okay not to know everything. The shorter we keep things and the simpler, the better, because we don't want to word vomit on anybody. Because when we do that, just like when somebody does that on us, kind of get confused and are all over the place. So definitely want to keep everything short and simple. All right, and let me just look over my notes here. So all these things you can do before your kit arrives. So you sign up, let's say you signed up today. By tonight, tomorrow morning, have it all ready. And so by tomorrow, you're already starting to answer people and start posting on Facebook also. And then when you wonder what to post, just copy the right cat. And you've probably heard everybody say this. You could be a copycat. It's okay, because if you're copying somebody that is where you want to be, then that's fine. It's okay to copy as long as you're copying the right person. There's really no need to reinvent the wheel, because if it's working for them, it's going to work for you too. So feel free to copy and paste from like anybody in our team, any of the diamond leaders and above. There's also Alicia, there's Stephanie Dunn, you should be following her as well. Oh, I got a message. So definitely you want to copy the right cat. All right, next thing that you guys want to do is set up your launch party. You definitely want to do this within the first 2 weeks after signing up if possible, because a lot of people, when you're starting, a lot of people are going to say, well, I want to see more about it, and then you could be like, okay, well, I have my launch party in 2 weeks or in whenever it is, in 10 days. Try not to wait too long, because you know that you have those first 30 days to get that $120 in free product credit. So if you wait till the very end, when they're at your party, they might be like, oh, I have to wait till payday, or I have to sort some bills out. And if you are still missing, 1 or 2 loyal customers to get your free product credit, it could be a little bit frustrating, or you could get a little bit nervous. So definitely get that set up. It's a great way to get the word out there about your business. So the launch party, the sooner the better. I waited a little too long. I actually waited past my 30 days. Luckily, I had my first 4 loyals within my 30, but I wish if I could go back in time that I would have actually done it sooner. I mean, definitely something that you don't want to wait. It's also a good way to learn, because your sponsor is going to do your launch party for you. So when I watched Corinne do mine, it taught me what I had to do. And there's really no need to be nervous about it, because your sponsor is going to just kind of walk you through it, show you how simple it is, because we're all about keeping it simple and fun. So that way, when it's your turn to do it by yourself, you don't feel nervous. So set up that launch party for sure. My next little thing, so right now I'm doing little basics for those that just signed up or are pretty new within their first 30 days. Or those that aren't so new, but these are just good refreshers. That way you could just remind your new DTs the same basics, because sometimes we forget. Like, I've been doing this for over 2 years, so sometimes I'll forget. So next thing is when your kit comes in, you're going to have some of these Blitz cards. So you want to take these, or take one of them, take it to Office Max or Staples and get it laminated. This is a walking advertisement. And I should have mine on right now. I'm sorry I don't. But get a lanyard from the dollar store. And a tip that I learned, I think it was from Brianna Smith, is to punch a little hole right here and put like one of those little binder rings that they sell. And then you could carry a bunch of them. So you could carry like 5 or 10 in that same little ring holder, attach it to a lanyard. So one of them is laminated, and then the other ones you have that you can hand out, and you have it right there. But this is good. Sometimes people will blitz themselves. Sometimes people will just say, oh my God, I've seen that. What is it? Or you can just, it's an easier way for you to break the ice because it's already around your neck. So get this laminated as soon as you get your kit. I actually, one of my most recent DTs, because her kit wasn't in yet, she had gone on our, I think in the document library, you know how there's some pictures of this? She actually printed it out and laminated it before she got her kit, and was using that until she got her Blitz card. So that was awesome. She took the initiative and got that done. So you don't even have to wait for your kit to laminate your Blitz card either. So that's something else that you definitely want to get done because it's good to be a walking advertisement. And then if you sell a wrap, your first wrap out of your kit, you can also go and get a shirt. Any shirt. There's some that are about $20, invest in a shirt. And at first, I had the same shirt forever. Till finally I went to my first green carpet and I bought a couple more. But you don't have to buy a ton, just one is good enough. And you just wear it when you go out, when you leave the house, because we can be our own walking billboards. Why not? So that, your shirt, and this. All right. Now I'm going to go over, recently this past weekend, I saw one of our sideline sisters, a triple diamond, and she went over a daily checklist, which I had been doing, but I kind of had it like my 6 list, which you guys might have heard somebody mention before. Your 6 list is what you do the night before. I do it like the night before I go to bed. I sit down and I figure out what do I have to get done tomorrow in order to, like, I can't go to bed until my list is done. But I was writing it in a notebook, and let me show you what I got here. So she just sent me this. And if you guys want this, see, I need to put things down on paper. That's just me. I tried doing it like using my calendar on my cell phone, but it just wasn't working for me. So if you are like me and you need to write everything down, can you guys see this? Well, let me show you a blank one. That was mine today. So it's this daily checklist. And if you guys want it, just send me a personal message and I will send you the PDF file, which is what she did. So I printed it out. And what she recommends is, even if you are a techie person, if you want to try it just for a month to see how you do, because it helps hold you accountable. I'm sorry, I'm hearing feedback. One second. All right. Let me see. I think she keeps in a binder so you could put holes in it. And you see how it shows. This is really, really cool. I love it. So, oh, I don't know where I stopped before, but if you want me to send you a PDF of this, just send me a message and I will get it right to you. But basically, it has like posting on Facebook, to do 3 life posts and 3 business posts. So, and you go checking them. So for today, A life post is something like a picture of you taking your greens in the morning or using your fat fighters. Those are life posts. And like she always teaches the 3-3 rule. So that's why there's three little boxes. So you check them off as you get them done throughout the day. And there's one for Facebook and one for Instagram. So those of you that are also using Instagram as a tool. And 3 business posts. So those are like your before and afters. You know, the showing the pictures. Oh, hold on. Okay. Showing the pictures is what is helpful to show people that it does work. So, you know, hair, skin, and nails, or before and afters of, I don't know why my screen says original. Okay. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but the middle of my screen says original. So 3 before and afters, or, oh, there's Corinne. Hey.
Hey guys. I'm gonna silence myself though, but hello. And once I'm ready, I'll make myself visible again.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. You're doing awesome. Great information. This is really good information.
Thank you.
Girl.
All right, guys, I'm back. So the reason, and you want to be consistent. So sometimes I was guilty of not having my 3 on my Facebook. I was having them on Instagram because on there I try to post every hour. But Facebook, sometimes I would be like 8 o'clock and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't post all my before and afters that I had to do. So this, oh my God, using it today, I have held myself accountable. I think I just have 1 left to do. Yep. Also, there is another line that says add new Facebook friends. You want to add new friends every day because you might be waiting on like 1 or 2 people or maybe even 5 people. You're waiting on them because they told you, yes, I'm interested and I want to get the wraps or I want to get the greens, whatever it is they want to get. But then you follow up with them and they are like, oh, I'm just not ready yet. So you can't wait on those people. You still keep following up with them, but you need new people. So you can't let those 1 to 5 people stop you. You just have to keep adding to your market. So you want to add, on this it has 5 little things. So today or tomorrow, if you guys start this tomorrow, you go checking off each new Facebook friend that you add. Then if you're using Instagram, it has, if you're familiar with Instagram, you can follow so many people at a time and unfollow so many people at a time. So it has to do that up to 5 times per day. Blitz 5 new people. Now this could be, sometimes we think that blitzing is just when we go out to the store, but blitzing could be blitzing somebody on our Facebook. You send them a message and say, hey, hope all is well. I wanted to know if you've tried this crazy wrap thing, and send them a picture of the blitz card. That is going to be a blitz. So you put that in there. Same thing with a text message. So especially when you're new, it's so much, well, even when you're, you've been doing this for a while, because you should be adding new people to your Facebook. But that is part of blitzing. So if for some reason your car breaks down or the kids are sick and you can't get out of the house, you could still blitz. You could still blitz from your computer or from your phone. So you check those off. Follow up with 10 people. So following up, this is where somebody tells you that they're interested and you're following up. So here's where you check them off. So you want to follow up with at least 10 people per day. So this will come in very handy to hold you accountable for that. And let's say you have your first DT because you're going for this Ruby bonus. So there's a connect with DT. So which DT you spoke to. So maybe you have 2 or 3 already. So which DT you spoke with and check it off. And if you've been doing it for a little bit longer, then you might have to connect with a few DTs a day. You might want to rotate it. So this is something that I think comes in very handy, because as you get, and it's a good thing to get into a routine when you have just 1 DT, or maybe you don't have any yet, that's okay, but you're going to be ready for when you do. The next one is to connect with one of your loyal customers. So even if you just sign one up, you want to connect with them to see if they received their package. That counts as connecting, or seeing how they're doing. So that's good, and you can make little notes on what you spoke about. Meet with a potential in person. There's hosting a party, watching a training video. That is part of growing in this business. So watching a training video like what you're doing now, that would count in the little box. Connecting with an upline, so reaching out to somebody with questions or any concerns you have, anything like that, you would connect with upline. Listen to a call, like all our corporate calls, or replays. So you could do that every single day, because the replays, if you don't know they are in the It Works events, you could click the calendar and listen to any replays of the calls that have already happened. So that is good too also. So if you just started this week, you can replay all the calls from last week. Or you could find other calls, because we post them on the team page, that you might find. They're all useful, that's why we post them, but you can go through them and you can check it off that you listened to a call. Attend an event, so if there's any events, attend them. Like Green Carpet coming up in July, I highly recommend everybody to be there. I can't explain that. You will just come out of there a new person, and I promise that your business will grow. I came out of conference in January, ready to pop. My baby came out less than a month later, but I came out of there determined to go diamond, and I did. And I was determined to earn my get out of debt bonus, and I did. So going to these corporate events, or any events, even if it's something local, like our wrap extravaganzas or wrappy hours, any trainings, any events are so helpful, because you're going to see that everybody's just a normal person, just like you and me, and if they can do it, why can't you? So that's a good one. Wrap someone or wrap yourself. We are wrapreneurs, so we want to either be wrapping someone or ourselves. That way we can talk about it or have pictures to share. Sharing an online party, video event, or a call with a downline, that's another activity you can check off. Inviting potentials to the next online event. So this is, and not just inviting them like through the event, like tomorrow we have that online, the virtual Wrappy Hour that was posted on the team page. You want to invite everybody, but this part, what I really recommend is to not just invite them through there. Well, invite them through there, yes. But we get so many events that sometimes people miss the notices or the notifications. So you would want to go in and personally message every person like, hey, I invited you to a virtual online event where we will be having free raffles for those who attend and participate. And I would love if you could make it. Just click on the link at the time of the event and send them the link again. And you can just copy and paste this to every single person on your friends list, because that's another way to get the word out there, especially if you're new. Those events are great because it answers a lot of questions. And then if you can sit there and view it as well, you will learn a whole lot of things. I used to do that in the beginning when they would have the online virtual parties. I learned a whole lot from them. So that is something else. And then there's a little right here on the side, it just has different times from 6 a.m. all the way until 8 p.m. You could write in appointments you might have, or write in there, wrap appointments. And then your 6 list is right here, so you don't have to write it anywhere else. So the night before, you can fill this out. And then at the end, it has a question, which I thought this was pretty cool. It should put this in there. Are you satisfied with your total? Yes or no? So, I mean, you're not going to show this to anybody, but it will help you at the end of the day to see if you're not happy with your total, then it's okay. Just change what you want to change or add what you want to add for the next day, because we can always improve. So that is the daily checklist. So I am happy with mine today. So I made holes in these. I just have to go get a binder because I just got those. So anybody who wants it, send me a message and I will send you the PDF for it. Give me 1 second. Let me see if there's any messages here. Oh, okay. Just double checking because I heard my notifications. All right, next one. So here's another one. If you guys want this PDF, I will send you this too. Just send me a Facebook message and I will get it over to you. She also sent me this. So this one is awesome. You probably have heard this already, and if you haven't, you're going to hear it a million times. The fortune is in the follow-up. Out of I'm just going to give you an example. I've had, let's say, 10 people that told me, yes, I'm going to do this on payday, whether it's the opportunity or sign up as a loyal customer. And then I contact them when they told me to, and then they're not ready. And so we have to continue following up with them because it takes like 6 to 21 times for them to finally basically seal the deal. Oh, Corinne's back. Hey.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to mention.
So this, I love this because basically.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Basically.
I was gonna say, let's get that uploaded to our team page in the file section because I think it's super valuable, and I love that you found that because I've never seen anything like it, and I think that it really does help us to hold ourselves accountable because that's something that is the hardest thing to do when you do not have somebody looking over your shoulder or anybody to count, that you have to check in with. When you work for yourself, because that's been one of the hardest things for me, even working for myself and making sure that I'm getting all those things done that I need to do. So yeah, let's put that baby right in the team page. So everybody can go find it in the files section after this.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that once we get off. I know, I fell in love with that thing. Okay, so then this one I'll be doing the same thing. I love having Corinne join us when she has input. This is awesome.
Thanks, girl.
So this one is awesome. When I saw her show this, I was just like, oh my God, this is genius. Because sometimes we feel like, oh, we're bothering them, or, oh my God, I followed up with them so many times. And then when we go back and let's say it's through email and we look, we've really only spoken to them like 4 times or 5 times. So right when we might be getting that yes, we give up. And I've heard John Eric talk about this recently through Periscope, Joel Dunn, Stephanie Dunn, Jade Hooper. So if you're not on Periscope, you guys have to get on there. But when I saw this, I got excited because it reminded me about what they were talking about. So let's say today you speak to somebody, so you put their name here. It's a new person. You put the original date of contact, so today's June 23rd, you would put June 23rd. Alternate name is only like if it's an Instagram lead, because their alternate name on Instagram could be anything. It's not going to be their real name. And then here you circle whether you met them through Facebook, Instagram, if it was a blitz or if it was a referral. You just circle it. You put their phone number, you put their email. So the top is pretty self-explanatory. Then how they prefer to be communicated. That's really important nowadays. Not everybody likes a phone call, or not everybody likes a text message. So there's text, call, Facebook, Instagram, email. There's a little thing called Snap. I'm not too familiar with Snap, but I guess she uses Instagram a lot more, and some people on there don't have Facebook. They have Snap because Instagram, I guess there's so many worldwide users. I'm not sure. But if you're familiar with Snap, that's an option. Then here is the most important part of the follow-up sheet. So I spoke with, Corinne today, June 23rd. So I'm going to follow up with her. Let's say I told her in 2 days. So then in 2 days, I put a check mark and I put June 25th. And then I write any notes from that follow-up, whether she responded back or she didn't, whatever my notes are. And you keep doing that. So you keep following up. So this is such a good visual to see when you're getting to that 6th or 7th average, because it takes between 6 to 21 follow-ups. It's crazy, but it's true. It took Corinne I think it was 5 follow-ups, and sometimes I wasn't answering her right away. It took me like, I think in one of them, like 3 days for me to finally answer her. So it's not that they're ignoring you, it's just not their priority. And, you know, for us it is because it's our business, but for them it's not. They might have other things that come up. So it's usually nothing personal. And right when you're going to give up is when they're like, oh my God, thank you for following up. I've had that happen when I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm bothering them. But no, I'm going to send them a message. And then they're like, oh, I've had different scenarios. But one of them was like, thank God you followed up because I deleted our text message conversation because I didn't have your name saved and I accidentally deleted it. So she lost my number. And then she signed up that day, actually. And that was, I think, that scenario was like 5, I think the 5th follow-up. Or sometimes you think they're ignoring you, like they completely fall off the face of this planet. When that happens, I wait like 2 weeks. I kind of wait out, like 2 weeks to 3, and I just say, hey, how are you? I haven't heard from you, or something to that effect. And then let's say they still don't answer, then you can say something like Pam or Jade, they recommend to just say, hey, have I offended you? And I know it sounds silly, but most people, they don't want you to feel that you feel that way. They don't want you to think that you've been offended or that they've been offended by you. So they're going to usually reply. So that might be scary, but I've done that and it works. They're like, oh my God, no, I don't want you to think that. And then they'll tell me whatever the reason is that they didn't respond to me. So that's another good way. So the notes, and then here, this basically she just uses, like if she puts them on a Facebook list. If you guys don't know about that, you can create lists like friends, acquaintances, leads. You could create lists on your Facebook for all your friends. You could do email lists, text lists, or this one was a good one. If they just come flat out and say, give you a hard no. So basically like, you know, I am just not interested. What she does with this, because she punches holes in this, like this one has, I punched it on this one. So a hard no, she will put it at the end of her binder, and she will come back to it 5 to 6 months. And she'll put the date down here because their circumstances might change. They might get pregnant, they might want stretch mark cream later on or during their pregnancy, or they might want to wrap, or you just never know. So the hard no, she still comes back to them 5 to 6 months later. So now this will, when you see it in the files, it's going to be like upside down. So it's going to print like this, right? And then this side is going to be upside down. That is for a purpose, because when they become your LC or your DT, you could just flip this in your binder and the holes are still there. So, and it'll be right side up. And here is where you get all their info for when you sign them up. You put their initial order, that way you know. And she has like a few little things here, a welcome email, a welcome packet. She actually sends a thank you card to her welcome packet is just a thank you card. She sends a thank you card to every single loyal customer that signs up, or a DT. A welcome email, she says to keep it extremely simple and short, because once again, you don't want to word vomit on them. Nothing too lengthy. And make any notes here. And then here, I thought this was pretty cool. She follows up like with a loyal customer after 2 weeks to make sure that they're, you know, doing things the right way, see how they're doing, and also to see if they want to change their next auto shipment. Then 6 weeks to see how they're doing and see if they want to change their next auto shipment. 10 weeks, same thing. And also at the 10-week mark, she lets them know that their 14 weeks, she follows up with them again. And at that one, she lets them know that this next order they continue ordering will have free shipping. So that's a good way, because you want to keep your loyal customers for life. You don't want them to cancel after 3 months. So that's why I thought this welcome thank you card is a great idea, because that's part of customer service. And it's not something you have to do. It's just recommended because, I mean, I think it's thoughtful, and we want to be thoughtful. John Eric teaches us about being thoughtful. if people feel like they're appreciated, they're going to want to stay with you. And you want residual income, right? We're all in this for business. So if you can keep your loyal customers and just keep adding, then I mean your business is just going to grow. And it's simple little things that you would like it done if you were in their shoes. And then at 18 weeks, she tells them about the $50 product credit if they keep ordering, if they have, at that point, 2 more orders. So I thought that was really cool because it reminds you. And I guess what I'm probably going to do is just kind of put the date so that I remember, like right above it. And then after that point, they kind of are on their own. By then, they should know how to log in and do all their things through their My It Works. But she'll check in with them again at 6 months and a year. And of course, this is just a guideline. You can do it however you want. And then placement is as you start growing, if you are helping any of your distributors with their loyal customers or anything. I mean, this is just optional. You could put where you place that loyal. So this will stay in your binder. And then she organizes them. She keeps these in one section, and then when they become an LC or DT, she'll flip them and keep them on another section of her binder. So those are awesome. Does anybody have questions about either one of those? They're pretty self-explanatory. Let me refresh my thing here. Okay, looks good. All right, so don't forget, Fortune is in the follow-up. That's huge. I know I used to kind of get discouraged, but you don't have to. It just means that you have to, those seeds will sprout because we're kind of like farmers, and you've probably heard this before. And sometimes farmers, their seeds come up in a week, a couple months, maybe a couple years. I've had seeds sprout from 2 years ago when I started. So don't ever get discouraged. It just means that you have to find new seeds or plant new seeds that might sprout a little bit faster than others. Very few people will sign up right on the spot. Very few people. And that's just how it is. I can't tell you why that happens, but that's just how the business works. And I wanted to pull this out. Oh, where'd it go? I had another note on here. Let me make sure I covered everything that I wanted to. Oh, I know something else that is, like when somebody, I know in the beginning a lot of people, and I used to get stuck with this, people will say, well, how does the wrap work? So I would be like, oh my God. And you don't really have to explain how the wrap works. Recently, I think it was from Alicia in one of her posts, she put that she explains to them that she can't explain, that there is science behind the wrap, and she can explain it because she's not a doctor, and usually people are okay with that. We think that we have to have all these answers, and that will make sense to people. So I like that answer, and I actually used it recently a couple of times, and the person was like, oh, okay. And that was it. And then you can also direct them to look at the frequently asked questions as well that accompany the product. If you don't know, it's on our website. Everything is on our website as far as ingredients and frequently asked questions. But giving them just that answer is usually enough, unless you have like a person that's green personality and wants to know everything. And that's another thing. Then just direct them there, because you don't have to answer all these technicalities for them. And we want to also keep it to what it says on the card so that we stay compliant. So you want to say, like when they say, what does the wrap do? So the wrap, you don't want to mention inch loss because that's not compliant, just because of FDA regulations. We would have to be FDA regulated, and FDA regulations is just paying money so that, because the FDA will approve anything that people will pay for. So we just keep it to tighten, tone, and firms the skin. That's all you have to say. Oh, how does it work? What does it do? It tightens, tones, and firms the skin anywhere from the neck down to your feet. So that's how you want to keep it. You want to keep it nice and simple. And that it reduces the appearance of cellulite. So basically everything that it says on the card is all you need to tell people. And it keeps it simple. So that's another good thing. Now, I think I lost Corinne. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's planning on getting back on, but just in case, let me give her a few minutes. But if not, I wanted to end this with, I heard Joel Dunn say this 2 years ago. I was on a phone call, or maybe it was a year ago. And he said that 3,000 people, you might want to write this down. I actually keep this by my nightstand and I keep one in my folder. So 3,000 out of 3,000 people that you talk to, 300 of those will listen. And out of those 300 that will listen to you, 100 are going to say yes. And out of those 100 that say yes, 30 are going to do something. And out of those 30, 3 will make you a millionaire. So this is the good thing to keep in mind for when you are adding people to your team and you're getting discouraged, like I'm just not getting anybody on my team. This is really good to remember. I mean, the quicker you get to these 3,000 people, and 3,000 people is a lot of people. So the first person, not the first person because it's not a race, but the quicker that you get to these 3,000 people, then the quicker you're going to find those 300 that are going to listen to you. So just, that's a very good statistic to keep in mind. And Corinne is back. Hey, and that's what I want to leave everybody with. And let's see if Corinne, you have any input?
Oh, where did I go all of a sudden? Oh, can you see me? It's kind of dark over here, but hold on, I'll make it smaller. Now, I think the information that you've given tonight is so incredibly valuable. Let me see if I can make this brighter. Nope, not really. I think that, you know, here's the thing is we can learn so much from other people. That's why I love that you did this tonight, because it's been so valuable. I think that, you know things and you do things that even I don't, and we learn different ways of doing things because, I'm trying to multitask, keep this thing working right. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I think I love the statistics because it's true. We just sometimes need to talk to more people, and we don't really recognize that. Sometimes our best customers are going to be people we don't even know yet, you know, strangers, people that you run into at the mall, people that you sit next to at your kids', you know, like performance or something. They're extracurriculars. It's going to be newer people usually that are the ones that are most interested. And I really love the consistency factor that you demonstrate. So you are very, very consistent. Every day I can pretty much guarantee if I check in with Sandra that she has had a few things that she's done for her business, and then she's got all her fun stuff. You know, she's got her, you know, not fun all the time, but like kid appointments. You know, you guys get to go for a walk, you take your kids or bike ride, and you just work it into your day. So you have a certain amount of time that you're exercising, and then you hand out Blitz cards while you're out, you know, with the kids walking or running and things like that. So this is a lifestyle just as much as you can make it, business like oriented. Like right now I'm redoing my office, and it's to be more productive for the business, to be more organized for this business. And because before that I've been doing my photography, and so everything was circulated around my photography, and everything that was right at hand on my files, everything was photography. And so it's been 3 years now that I'm in the business. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's time to get organized over here. So, but Sandra's got that down pat. I'm like, girl, you've got to teach people this because you are so good at this. I guess to kind of just to throw in a little bit of my own wisdom is the consistency, of course, is really, really important, but sacrifice. I think sacrificing in the beginning is something that a lot of people don't understand. They're like, well, the reason I'm doing this is because, I want to be able to have more time with my kids. But you have to work this in the beginning too, in order to have that freedom later. So I think, just making those sacrifices, making this a priority. If it's not a priority and, you want great results from this business, then you have to reprioritize, because, just posting on Facebook is not going to build you a huge organization. It's not going to get you to diamond. You have to learn to follow up. You have to have some sort of something in place instead of just posting, because it's going to take you a long time before you just get those stragglers who just contact you and are ready immediately. So keep those lists. I love the papers that she found. Did you say you found those through Jade or?
No, I can't think of her name right now. Something Ellison, I think it is.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't think Jay does that, but I think they're great because I need something to help me remember, and I want that. So you got to upload that. So, we all work a little different. So I love, we're learning new things from new people, and that's why I love Periscope too. Get on Periscope. Don't work at getting that thing on your phone as long as it takes and doing whatever you got to do, because it's going to be worth it. You just got to get it on there, and you got to catch up, or not catch up, but you have to make sure that you're watching things before they expire. Earlier today, I was a little bummed because John Eric did a Periscope about Google Photos, and I had a few that I watched before, then I forgot about that one, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to expire in an hour. So I went to go watch it. I got halfway through, my phone died, and then I couldn't go back and watch it. So procrastination's not good either. I was like, man, I really need that Google Photos, because that's really going to help me to be able to keep a lot more photos on my phone and access them. So, but no, I think what you did tonight was fantastic. Sandra, you are fantastic. I love that you did this. I don't know why we didn't do this a long time ago, because I even learned from Sandra. So we're glad whoever is on right now. Okay, I see 5 viewers. And this is what I think is important. The people who show up are the ones who go up. Okay? As long as you take the actions outside of feeding yourself and you're learning, make sure you just follow through with the action piece. Because if you only have that knowledge but you're not using it, then you're not making money. But if you take this knowledge, you already sat through this whole thing. So you've been here a little under an hour, and you 5, or maybe that's including us, so maybe 3, who are still on here, that means you care. That means you want to learn. That means you want to make additional income. And that means you want to have the freedom that even we are experiencing with this, you guys. We have not worked an outside job for 2 years. We have so much freedom that we don't even know what to do with ourselves sometimes. So if you want this, you can have it. Do the action pieces, sacrifice now, keep learning, keep coming to these trainings. Don't procrastinate and say, hey, I'm going to watch it later. No, get on now. This is your time to learn. This is your time to hold yourself accountable. This is when you can start just really chipping away at achieving your dreams. So write down your dreams. Follow these steps that Sandra taught you tonight. Continually be consistent. Do not take a week off, because then you're going to find yourself kind of like fumbling around again. Just be consistent. Find something that works. Say, I'm going to do a power hour every Friday. Power hour of following up, because people get paid on Fridays usually. So do that. Commit yourself to these things. Say I am, and then declare what it is you're going to do. Whether it's I am going to blitz 5 people today. I am going to do an hour of self-development training. So that could look like self-development as in like to help your confidence, to help, talk to people, any of that, or learning about the business more, because all of it intertwines anyway. Or just whatever it is, sit down and you're going to message 10 to 50 people, new people. just commit to it. Because if you sit on the fence and you don't know if you're going or coming or going, you know, you're not doing anything. You're stagnant. You're treading water. So get your like little stroke on, okay? And just commit. Say, I am going to do this. Not, yeah, I'm going to do this, you know. Say, no, I am doing it. I am doing it. And get off the fence. Commit yourself. Because that is when I found myself stagnant, is when I was like, am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? Am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? Just be committed and tell yourself, I'm going to commit myself to at least a year or whatever it is. Don't give yourself a month or 2 months, not even 3 or 4, because I'm going to tell you that all those seeds you planted in those 3 to 4 months, somebody else is going to sign them up. Because if you quit then, forget it. I still have people signing up who are some of my best customers and distributors now because I talked to them 1 to 2 years ago. So there's my piece, girl. Awesome. I love this information. Great stuff. So I want you, and if you're plugged in on the team page, please do this. Interact with us. Tell us what you need to learn more about. We don't know unless you say so. And that's what we need to know as your leaders. You know, we have Sandra, who's diamond. We have Jennifer Mendez. We have Stephanie Smith, who's going double. And then we're going to have Bethany Donnie going diamond this month as well. So you have a bunch of leaders and people who love to pour into you. I mean, you're a leader as soon as you sign somebody up anyway. You can start teaching whoever and anybody, but it's the experience, I think, under our belt that really helps to be able to share that knowledge with you too. So please let us know what it is you want to know more about and plug into Peace Love, because it's a wealth of knowledge, even if you check in 5 minutes at the end of every day. So, all right, girl, wrap her up.
All right. Thank you. That was good. All right. I think you have to end it because it's over on your side.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks everybody for joining. This will continue to be able to be accessed, and you can replay and send to your new distributors as well. So good night, y'all. Bye. Bye.